I'd like to talk really quickly about a RYOBI battery that I was working on today. It's 1 plus apparently, lithium 18 volt, P102, 24 watt hours, pretty good capacity for its size. I was thinking that with 18 volts and lithium, we'd probably be dealing with some 18650s. And in order to access those 18650s, we need to get through some T10s, or right here, and one here. The only real hang-up in any real way was that they were security, but that's fine. I really wouldn't want anyone tampering with this pack anyway with a regular Phillips screwdriver. Security bits aren't hard to acquire, but it's just that notch of DIYers are going to do it a little bit better. We have a plastic cylinder here that covered one of the T10s. Simple enough to use a pick to remove it. After that, it pops open. There we go. Inside, we would find a battery pack, which is not surprising, and a board. Wonderful. So here's where I start getting into some design critiques. These screws were regular Phillips, probably M3s, really available, easy to work with. That was great. Once I started removing those, I noticed that there were these channels right here and right there that had more smaller size. I think it was still T10 though, and was able to remove those. And I was hoping that I would be able to then wiggle apart this and be able to access some of these cells that were depleted and put them on an 18650 charger and replenish those. But I found that I couldn't do that because of these beautiful tack welds. The workmanship aside, I find that I think RYOBI could maybe have done something more environmentally conscious by having springs on the negative side of things and regular tabs on the positive side of things, so that this battery pack with its beautiful screw holes, wonderful triangular shaped channels that provide rigidity to these cells, could then be pulled apart and an 18650 battery be swapped out. You could replace it with a replenished cell, repair a damaged one that was swollen from heat or something like that if it worked, pop this back together, and then replace your screws, turn it over again because I did it wrong, and replace these. If these were soldered on regularly with regular attachments at the top, it wouldn't take but a couple of moments to be able to make this repair. It's fantastic. Someone in the comments could totally tell me about why the springs would be a bad idea, why the tabs would be insufficient, especially on a consumer tool. Other than that, this was a really fun repair, or a fun attempt at repair. The T10s were a joy to work with. This popped apart at just the right amount. I wouldn't expect this to be any easier to work on. I wouldn't want it to be any easier to work on the shell side of things. What I hope in the future to see differently from tool manufacturers, if they're going to use 18650 cells, which a consumer could easily purchase, not necessarily like a lithium pouch cell, which could come with its own concerns and own hangups. These cells are replaceable individually if they weren't tack welded in. I'm sure there are YouTubers out there and home workers who know how to remove these tack welds and build their own tack welding machine, quite possibly powered by 18650s themselves. But I think there's one design concern that I would love to see, and am tempted to try to make one myself despite my lack of technical abilities here. Anyway, thank you for watching this, and I hope you have a great day.